Welcome back to Creativerse. All right. Well, here we are having a look at this place once again. And with the advent of the new galactic block set and whatnot, I think it's time, overdue in fact, to do something about this barn. Now the barn looks okay, minus the really weird rendering glitch that lets you see through the world. And that weird pattern that moves on that particular set of blocks when you move around. I don't know what the heck is with that, why that happens, but it's really annoying. So between that and the fact that a rural, rustic-looking barn, which this does a passable job at looking like, it doesn't fit with the modern technical looking design that I've got here with the main building and the overall look that I kind of want to have for my stuff. So it's time to get over here and tear down the barn. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and start tearing it down and cut until it's done. What I'd love to do would be like position myself over there, pointing this way. Actually, what I'd like to do is to be able to have two copies of Creativerse running on the same computer at the same time, so that I could have like maybe a free account parked over there, pointed this way to use it as a camera for a third-person speed-up time-lapse. That would be great. I'd love to be able to do that. But to my knowledge, it is not possible to have two copies of Creativerse running on one computer at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and tear down this barn, and we'll be back. Alright, I've got the old barn completely removed. Got all the critters just nice and neatly lined up over here. And now I'm going to start laying things out. I'll go ahead and use the shredded leaves for the individual pen floors. But let's see. Some of the galactic floor, galactic hull, and this is the galactic wall. It's basically hull with a stripe, so we'll use some of that. And rounded slope, sure, why not? Might find a use for that. Bay doors for the entry, sure. Let's see, galactic LEDs. The LEDs look cool, but the problem is they just provide a color. They do not actually do any illumination. For light, we need, let's see, where is it? I know it's in here somewhere. Well, I thought it. Oh, here it is. Actual lamps. Okay. That's a start. All right. Let's see now. I have over here 4 keepas. There is 5 regular chisards. And I want to leave room for more like regular chisards. Alright, let's see here. Now, if I just... I do something like this and make each pen a 3x3, and let's see, and out here no, rotate it. Yeah, like that. Or was it like that to start with? I'll stop that. Alright, that's enough to start off with. And then put some of the hull pieces here between each one. Not that it's really necessary, but I'm going to do it that way anyhow. Alright, see these first ones, I'm going to park the chisels in here. The regular chisels, that is. And the way I'm going to do it is, from what I was doing before, I figured out I can easily keep 2 of them per pen area. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that didn't need to be rotated like that. Good. And this one is number 5. And over here for number 6. Okay. Let's go ahead and tear that up. Okay, it faces whichever way you're facing. Alright. Okay, so this is where there will be chiseled coops, or, well, pens, whatever. I'm not going to build a chiseled coop. I can't bring myself to do that. We got 6 places for chisels. And I'm going to put 2 in each. That's going to leave some empty because I'm reserving that for getting more chisels in later. Okay, so space between this side and that side. I'm thinking 3 blocks. Because there will be this as well. And fence gates, I don't think they're actually necessary. As long as the critters are set to stay instead of wander. I don't think it's a problem. And since I always keep them set to stay, yeah. Alright. And I think I'm going to have this be longer than the other one was, because it's a layout that works for me. Alright, so like that, all the way down. And then of course down this way. And yeah, across here. And I'll get that filled in. And okay, I'm going to go ahead and fill the rest of this in and figure out what I want to do for walls and such like, and I'll be back. Alrighty, here we go. I did have to make one change. That center strip here was 3 wide. I realized I needed to make it 4 wide in order to pull off this bit with the double doors. Okay. How do you make them both open at the same time? Do I need to, like, rotate this one? Okay, that's not right. No, that's not a door. Alright, that's better. Great. Excellent. I wanted the 2-block wide door because I think it looks better. Alright, now let's see. How do the window blocks look right next to the door? Does that work at all? No, 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 no. Alright, how about this? Alright, now let's try for the windows. Okay, that's odd. Right there where it meets up with the door, the way it kind of curves in like that, that's really peculiar and sort of cool looking. I'll make this one wider. I kind of like that. Oh, that's what I did. Kind of an interesting look. I kind of like that. Okay. And let's see. Dividers. Let's see. I don't think there's a galactic fence, is there? Get up there. Now, there's ladders, but that's not going to work quite the way I want. I don't want something they can climb. Alright, let's see. Fence. Iron. Industrial is probably the one to go with. There's iron, there's obsidian, stone, no. Wood, no way. Obsidian, iron gate, Alright. Iron rods, obsidian rods, and melted wax. Let's get that industrial fence thing going on. I think it's going to fit pretty good with the whole galactic technological kind of look. Yeah. I gotta do something about automatic doors at some point. Alright. That works. It fits. Yeah, that will work. And as far as walls or fences and gates across the front, I don't think it's necessary, because I'm going to keep them on stay all the time anyway. And this is mainly just for purposes of organization. Like these 6 plots are all going to be reserved for regular chisards, so that I will end up having a dozen chisards with 2 in each plot. Alright, let's see, let's rotate this around. Something like that. I don't know, does that work? Does that look any kind of right? I'm not sure. What other faces do we have on this? Get off of that. Alright. No. There's no kind of thing where the stripe goes around the corner as if it's supposed to be a corner piece. Alright, let's see if this can be made to work. I think decently. There is the little matter of that down there. And then there's the matter of that hole if I do this. Not in love with that. The curved corners, sure, that's good. But the gap that goes down there, really not in love with that. Really not liking that a bit. But, meanwhile, I can at least run these down here. Pull that out. Do this thing, and I don't know, I'm going to have to come up with some kind of a solution. Oh, come on. Rotate it. Yeah. Whoops. And then for the next layer up, just some kind of plainer, more technological or machine looking or whatever. Yeah, that can work, I suppose. It's the exact same thing as before. Other layer. What if I at least rotated it? Yeah, I think that's at least getting somewhere. A texture like this that was more fine-grained, you know, had more lines and such in it, and was made to tile in more than just one direction. If it's made to tile at all, honestly. It's hard to tell. Get out of there. Yeah, that can work. And then for a rooftop, something that is actually just plain flat. Let's see, rotate that twice. Not that way. Oh, jeez, get off of there. I want it the other way. There, like that. Yeah. And then to cap the whole thing off, just a plain flat ceiling. That'll work. And then the building could be extended that way easily just by following the current layout and just repeating it. So yeah, I think that's going to work. I'm going to take a few minutes here and polish up some more of this and get the pets moved in, and we'll see. All right, well, the structure is for the most part almost finished. There's some fine tuning, little touches I need to do with the doors. I need to figure out what I'm going to use for a ceiling material. I've been tempted to use glass, honestly. I thought about the idea of using the porthole things for the ceiling, but that's just, no, that's not going to work. One thing that I ran into, there's a little bit of a get, is that these rounded corners, they do not have inside and outside corners for like up there. Instead, I have to do something like that, which I suppose it looks all right, but I would have preferred for this rounded thing to go into a rounded corner and have the right look completed. But you do what you can with what you've got. I'm sure they'll get more varieties of these blocks out before too awfully long. Especially since this is just something that's going to be a variation on what they've already got. That would have looked better with the rounded thing going up and rounding into the slopes. But it'll do. I'm going to figure out a roof material another time, and then I'm going to have to do something. I think I want to do something with a sensor and these doors so that they will open automatically. I won't have to go clicky every time I get near them, but that they won't open for the random pigsies and whatever else might be walking around here. But I've got my chisards in place, 5 regular ones, room for enough to make it up to a dozen, and everything else over here. And most of them, I'm putting them 2 to a pen because they fit, and that makes it easier for taking care of feed and harvest time. I need to get a storage arrangement in here for storing stuff, stuff to feed them with, and a place to drop off what you get from them, at least until such time as you want to do something with it. And I should probably fill this in and bring the land up a little bit, but either that or I could pull the ground away from here, and that would hide the problem with that corner leaving the gaping hole like that. That might be the way to go, because there's no other way that's going to fill that. Oh, for crying out loud. Yeah. Alright, I'll finish up that later. But there you go. It's got a long ways to go. I still have to put lights in it, figure out storage, wire up the doors. Okay, that can't be like that, so. Yeah. And then work out some kind of lighting arrangement inside and outside around it as well. But we'll get to that next time. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I am out of here.